Dr. Satcher, let me start with you. You've traveled around the country talking about safety in sports, specifically to youth. And I'm curious, you get asked a lot as America's doctor. They look at you and they see America's doctor, should I let my kids play sports? How do you answer that question? What goes through your head when trying to answer that?
A very frequent question from parents was the question, should I allow my kids to play sports? It's not an easy question, and I think the first thing we have to admit is what the Institute of Medicine said recently in its report, and that is the science that relates to the incidence of concussions, for example, the science that relates to diagnosis, treatment, and prevention is still developing. We don't have the science, and that's why we have the National Council on Youth Sports Safety, and most of them are here tonight. We met all day today, and it's a great group. But let me say, first off, I would make it clear that it's a decision that parents have to make themselves. But there are two things that I think we have to consider, and I think we've heard them both from Mr. Blank and Commissioner Goodell. First, the benefits of playing sports. It's something that every parent should know. The fun, the enjoyment, the building of self-confidence, the teamwork, learning leadership. Those are all things that children benefit tremendously from, and I think we as a society benefit tremendously from them. But because of what we know about the potential risk for concussions and brain injury generally and other injuries, I think we also have to talk with them about the fact that every state now and the District of Columbia has policies about return to play and things like that. And if I were a parent of a child wanting to play sports, I would want to know what my state says about that. I would want to know what kind of training the coach has, because I really think it makes a difference how much the coach knows about dealing with injuries as well as preventing them. I would want to know the culture, because I think culture is important. The Institute of Medicine said that. We struggle with a culture that says, you know, if you get hurt, you get up and go back in the game regardless, you know. And and I know Roger dealt with that in the NFL in terms of policies that say this is the way we deal with this problem. So every community has a culture, and of course parents can help shape that culture as to how seriously we actually take injuries, and especially head injuries and concussions. The trainers, to what extent are there trainers available? To what extent are there physicians available on the sideline? And again, to what extent are they trained?